Hi everyone, welcome back to Handmade. I'm Jill. Finally, the hot and humid summer is coming to an end and the best season of all is here. It's fall, y'all, and with that brings my favorite holiday, Halloween. Today, I'm going to show you a super simple project that's cute and not creepy and will bring your home major curb appeal for all the adorable trick-or-treaters. Let's get started. The first step is to pound rebar into the ground using a mallet. I'm using a 2-foot section all along and a 3-foot section further in the back for a taller ghost. The placement depends really on how many ghosts you want lining your sidewalk. I have a pretty short area, but I want several ghosts. Tapping the rebar into the ground is very easy, and thank goodness it's forgiving. If you want to move it, you just pull it out. Next, we're going to push the styrofoam balls onto the top of each rebar to make the heads. I'm using different size styrofoam balls to make different size ghosts. This first one is a 5.7-inch styrofoam ball. Now we're going to drape white material over each ball to make the body. I'm using a top sheet. Let's pause here and have a serious discussion. Are you pro top sheet or no top sheet? People feel very strongly one way or the other, and I am absolutely, positively no top sheet. So I just had this extra one lying around doing nothing, so this is a perfect way to use it up. I didn't measure it beforehand because it depends on the size rebar I'm using and how far I pound it into the ground, so it's easy just to measure it right on the body. The good thing is the bottom edge does not have to be straight at all. I actually think it looks a little more ghost-like if the bottom edge is raggedy. Okay, so we just want to make sure that our rebar is completely covered up and it's not dragging the ground too much. A little bit is fine. Just trim him up. Alright, he is pretty cute already. Now I'm going to give this guy some eyes using some black paint. You could also make a mouth, but I think it looks a little spookier with just the eyes. You could stop here, but I'm going to make him look a little more ghost-like by just draping some cheesecloth over the top. Got 4 yards for like $3 or $4 online. You can get it at the craft store. You can actually get it at the grocery store too. I'm just gonna trim it where it needs to be and add another layer or two until he looks the way I want him to. These ghosts look so fun blowing in the breeze, but you definitely don't want your ghost flying away. So here's a good little tip. I'm just gonna hammer a nail or a tack right in the top. You won't even see it, but it'll help keep that fabric secure. The last step is optional depending on where you live. Obviously, our ghosts are made mostly of fabric, which is not the most ideal thing to be outside at all times. I'm going to give it a light spray of outdoor fabric protector. This will help keep them protected in the elements, but if the forecast calls for terrible weather, I'd plan on taking these guys inside. One ghost down, and now I'm just going to repeat for my other ghost. I love how these ghosts turned out. It was a simple, quick project that adds tons of curb appeal. The house is decorated, I've bought the candy for the trick-or-treaters and myself, and all that's left to do is figure out my own costume. Let us know in the comments below what holiday projects you're going to make for Halloween this year. We'll see you next time.